Yeah, it was. I kind of like knocked the idea until like it was free.
Right.
Free's a good price.
Yeah, free's a great price. And
Uh-huh.
I just like, I don't think I
Oh,
can sleep
say.
normally again. Because it's got the nice holes, because it's woven, so I don't have to be overheated by this gigantic blanket. But it's like,
Yep.
it puts you at like perfect, optimal body temperature, and it's like heavy, so it's like just keeping your limbs down. You're like immobile.
Just how a blanket should be.
Right?
It's going D.
It's going. I've got weird minor issues, kind of like the stream sort of goofing up, but whatever.
Oh,
we're back.
you weren't here to hear about this, but Bill and I are scheduling time to have a day hangout at your house.
Yes. My place is a fucking wreck, but yes.
It'll probably be whenever Bill has time, but it'll be a Saturday, and we'll try to schedule it when one of the weeks when the kids are out, so that we can just have bro time all day.
Sounds good. Party hardy, rock and roll, drink a 40, smoke a bowl, right?
No 40s. 40s are gross.
40s. Ugh.
For 40 hands.
The only 40 I've ever had in my entire life was Steel Reserve, so that's like bottom of the barrel for even 40s.
No, I think Old English is even
I'd
worse.
say
Never had it.
you
Don't want to experiment.
OE 800.
The OE800, yep.
And remember, Drew's,
Sounds like high school.
Drew's going to be trying to escape his mandatory spousal dinner.
That's right. He's going to be trying to clear that whole thing up.
Yeah, his like.
Oh, it's been a long time since we've seen you guys. Bye.
Yeah. It's so
Dinner
funny.
with a friend at 5:30.
This
Yeah.
is the first time I've been I've played since July 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Everybody sort of
Yeah, actually,
disbanded for a minute.
Blood Hunt was what we were working on. I have a bunch of notes on that. And literally what I wrote, I put on for 7-8, but then everyone disappeared. Like, Scott had his brain, went crazy, and then Bill was gone for the next few days or weeks. I put in bottoms up. That's the quotes I put. That's the last thing that the D said before we left.
You're funny. Yeah, I'm still having issues. It's not
It's
ideal.
It is a process, dude. It'll take a while. Because you'll have that fun moment where you forget everything. It's like having a problem. You'll lean over, and then the world tilts. You'll just be like, and then you'll just tilt.
Bill saw it. I'm good. I'm not good over long distances. I'm a natural sprinter. I can get a good 15-20 steps in before my calibration is off and I start veering, and then I just have to reset, and then we're good.
We're good. We're good.
I got a doctor's appointment. My doctor was like, "What the hell's going on with you?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know." He goes, "Well, they did a CT scan, right?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Did they tell you that you had a stroke or a brain tumor?" I said, "They didn't tell me I had a stroke or brain tumor." He goes, "Okay, well, they would have to tell you if they saw that." So,
I mean, did I have a stroke or a brain tumor? Which one is it?
right. So he's like, "So it's probably just some vestibular thing. It'll just linger. It'll take maybe 2 months."
Sure.
Like, okay, what do I do in the meantime? He's like, "Well, let's
Deal
look at
with
these
it."
blood pressure numbers." And I'm like, "Well, how about we just not worry about all those things?"
Do they do the thing where they lean you on the back, on your back, and then just pull your head a little bit away
Grab
from your
your
shoulder?
neck and
Yeah, and then they just do this tilt. They do that whole bit. Yeah.
I told Bill, I was half tempted to answer that because you guys hadn't seen me. I was half tempted to answer the door when he got here and be like, "Hey, it's been great to see you."
Man, I would have laughed.
Hey, you guys.
And then I would have
Like-
been concerned.
Turns out I had a small palsy, but no, it's great. I can go up and down the stairs. I can cook. Those are the important things in life. But when we were hiking, we had this trail. It was flat, slow downhill, perfect. Did 2 miles, no problem. We go on this other trail, 0.2 miles. I'm 30 steps in, and I go, "Yeah, I'm out," because it was step up, step down, step up, step down, and I was nope, I can't. I'm gonna fall off the trail. And we were at like 9,500 feet. I'm like, I don't wanna
I don't want
chance
Yeah.
it. The air was already thin.
Yeah, you probably I swear it sounds exactly like the same shit I did whenever I went diving into that pool and knocked a calcification loose.
It's the dumbest thing ever. Like you're watching
Yeah.
here's how you fix it, and it's like, dun, dun, lay for 30 seconds, flip your head around,
Yeah, because that's all they can do. The things are
And it-
microbial.
and it totally works.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it, but it's like, yeah,
It's a little retarded.
so-
All you're doing is sloshing the liquid around in your head until
you're
something fits.
Really, like watching the video for how to do it, it's like tilt your head this way, and you like watch this little crystal like going around. It's like, okay, after 30 seconds, it's reached the halfway point. Now tilt your head the other way, and hopefully it will drop out the other side. I'm like, wait, what? We're playing the
Yeah.
tilting labyrinth game with my head.
It's amazing
one
how
puzzle.
sensitive.
Breath of the Wild puzzle where you have the
Yep.
thing and you're like tilting it around.
It's the fucking worst. Yeah, you've got the same shit that I had.
But the good news is I don't have a headache by like 10 in the morning anymore, so that's nice.
Luckily, I didn't have problems like that whenever it happened to me. But man, my ears were ringing like for the longest time, which is like
The
all the
tinnitus,
fucking
right?
yeah. It was kind of like tinnitus. Yeah. Shit.
Shit.
Shit. Let's review some of those notes, Ken. I don't know when Drew's going to be popping in, but his introduction's going to be pretty crazy anyway.
I imagine so.
What the hell just happened? Oh, I accidentally clicked on the stream. I was like, why is everyone quiet and in reverse? Screen.
Hell's happening?
Oh, D. Okay, so you like shared a picture of yourself, and it totally threw my head because it's like your actual like, how photographs or whatever. And I was looking at it, I was like, why does it look so different? What is that weird? Oh, it's just like if I were to look at you in person.
Yeah.
Versus the camera, which corrects it. The weirdest thing.
Where did I post that? What was that of? Because I know what you're talking
I
about,
think
but
it was in you like in Matrix mode.
Oh, yeah, that horse shit. Yeah. That was from when I was like 20 years old.
And my oldest was like, "Can I watch the Matrix?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, no, sorry."
Hey, the first one ain't so bad. It doesn't have some orgy in the middle of the whole movie or
Right.
anything. It's not the same thing, You get pretty intimate with Neo and Trinity there, but the
Yeah.
first one's pretty fucking amazing. Like, it's still my favorite of all three.
Well, it broke ground.
All I know is the fourth one that they're producing. The Machiavellians coming back. So
Oh,
they're
it's
gonna,
like
Oh, the Merovingian, you mean?
the Merovingians. So they're gonna have it's like that's why I like French.
swearing in
Like
French.
It's like wiping your ass with silk. So they're bringing him back, and I'm like, yay!
Yeah, Merovingian. I swear I've got a character just like him roaming around somewhere in Shadows. Not with a French accent, but he's got some prissy, proppy kind of shitter just like him.
Okay, so I have a lot of notes that I wrote.
Yeah,
I just know that we were shooting things.
you were. We were in the middle of a fight.
And then
Let's see
apparently
here.
we have a supercharged vamp with Outsider amulet embedded in his chest.
Yeah,
We
and
have
apparently
a
we were prowling
dragon,
around with death.
and we have a dragon that's
Yeah.
in the scene. And then I think we killed all of them except those two, or there was like some like
You're
little-
killing a lot of them.
There was a lot of them just kind of like floating around, not doing
And
shit.
and our ally, short term at least, was death.
A badass.
Avatar of Death, not death itself, quite.
Right.
But
Yeah, because that would be ridiculous. But
yeah. No, he's not like what he is in Darkslayers, which is basically death itself with with some very large handicaps, but still ridiculously powerful in the physical world. Darkslayers is fucked up. If we ever wanted to do a power gaming thing, like if you guys think this is power gaming, Darkslayers is the power gaming version of Shadows, for sure. I mean, I sent a Space Marine into that because he was bored of Night City.
Well, that's because you kept on throwing shit at him, and he kept on like, dude, I can't kill you. I'm throwing you into Darkslayers. Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, he was too tough.
I'm putting you into Darkslayers because you've destroyed everything. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, it would have been too weird. That was like the only character that literally would have gone too far. Although he could have made one. Oh man, that Space Marine with my Earth Federated Elite would have made one hell of a pair.
There you go.
We can still recreate them, you know.
I sent you the pictures of my notes.
I've never go on this tab. Like, apparently I have an extra tab that I've been writing stuff on, and it says Barrick has Rob Liefeld pouches with all his ammo. That's the only thing on the tab, as I just like needed a space to write. And so it's sheet 1. Barrick has Rob Liefeld patches with his ammo. So now I'm just imagining him having like little thigh pouches and like a bandolier and arm pouches.
He has got pouches.
Just with like 6 bullets each.
He's rocking that fanny pack.
Oh,
Fanny.
Blood hunt.
What? Dick is covered in blackness. That's the first thing I noticed out of that series of notes. It's all
That's
in caps.
Psychology test. Oh yeah, because you're like, "What up, dick?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he took it as an insult because he's been called Richard his whole life, so he thought you were just calling him a dick. But hey,
Well, you know.
You know, that's the last we saw of Riv.
Well, I apologized.
you did. Everything was fine. I think he was probably messing with you a little bit.
I like
and I say,
this. Scott is thinking of a way to let us know if his danger sense is tingling. Yeah, because we had no Ivar.
Right. It has to tingle though. It can't just be like, oh.
Red alert.
all right, let's get this whipped up.
Okay, so my daughter was playing Subnautica. I don't know if you guys have played that.
My kids have played it.
I've played a little bit.
She hasn't played it in like a year or something. And
Oh,
so
they
she
added stuff to it, yeah.
They added a ton of stuff to it, but she fired it up. And she was like, "Can I use your headphones? Because, you know, mine are all the way on the desk over there." 10 feet away. And I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
my
sure.
God.
So she puts them on, and she's like, "Oh, these are really good." Because it's like the atmospheric, like ocean sounds. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And she's just like sitting there, like, I can hear the water as they move around. Like, maybe those are a little loud. Turn them down a little.
God. My youngest was watching TV and had her earphones on, and I was trying to make sure that she was like not blasting it, or like, so I didn't have to hear it. It was the reason why I did it.
Right.
I come back into the room, and she's turned the TV up to 100, and these are like the Bluetooth earphones, so she's listening to the television. So I'm hearing them like, I can't fucking hear a goddamn thing they're actually saying. It just sounds like screaming. And she's sort of like, I'm like, Keely, like, and she's like, what? I'm like, turn it down. It's like, but I can't hear it. I'm like, I can hear it. This moots the whole point.
They have those like noise gates, right? So they don't exceed a decibel setting, but not for TVs.
No, she cranked it, and then I almost forgot that she had done that and was like going to go watch something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was at max.
11 o'clock at night, let's go watch something dark and moody, and you turn it on.
It'd be like that scene straight out of frickin' like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That's why I keep because we rarely watch like TV, like live TV. So I keep the TV's like default channel is like Food Network or HGTV or something like that. Something that's never gonna have like gunfire or like something like super super loud on it, because that happens all the time. Because the kids will be watching, or they're playing the Switch, and the Switch is like much quieter, so they'll have the volume turned up, and yeah. because that definitely happens after everyone's in bed. I'll like put on TV or something, and it's way too loud. Okay, but Invincible, I'm liking that.
Dude,
I'm on the
Invincible's
second episode
amazing.
of that right now.
Yeah, he asked me a question straight up. He's like, "Why'd they do this?" And I just gave him the whole goddamn thing because I thought he had watched it all. And I'm like, "Well, if you didn't understand it, this is why." And he's like, "Oh, really? I guess I'll have to watch the rest to figure out why." I'm like, "What?"
I literally asked. I just watched the first episode. Why did he kill all the heroes? And he was like, blah 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 blah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
I'm rage against spoilers most of the time, so I'm like, "Oh, okay, just like ruin the whole fucking thing for you." But
You know, it's the comic book came out years ago. So.
Well, and the other thing is, it just gets more and more brutal.
yeah, like the
I
last couple of
expect that.
episodes, man, just
Last episode, just like,
I've done. I think the first.
How many episodes are there?
The Immortal it just like showed up again. So I don't know. I've done the first 6, I think. But it
there.
was like 1:00 in the morning, and I was like, I have to go to bed because I actually have work today.
I think there's like 11 or 12 episodes, if I'm not mistaken, of Invincible, something like that. It's not very high.
But I know that The Boys season 3 is coming, and they are gonna do the Hero-gasm, which, if you don't know, in the Boys comic, they basically have like an orgy weekend where all the Vought heroes like go off to fight some super monster, but really it's like they go to Vought Island and just have an orgy for the weekend.
Well, that's cool.
And they're like, yeah, we're gonna do the Hero-gasm episode, and I was like, ow.
Well, it's Amazon. They can do whatever they want.
Well, no, like,
Whatever flies Bezos' ship into space.
because
I
the
mean,
32
come on.
pages of that issue are like, if you were to try and censor bar it, it would,
Just be a black pages.
yeah.
The whole thing's pixelated.
I mean, it's literally like every single page is just, full on.
I mean, if you're gonna do that, do the whole damn thing. What's the point? These drawings are having sex. Anyway, so yeah, we were out near an area that was a part of a neighborhood that was supposedly a nest of some of these Zamisi cohorts. Tynes had gone below ground to start pushing the enemy up and was successful. You saw one with a gem that was around his neck emerge at this point, and he started getting all twisted and immense. And the thing about that is that you assume that was probably it, but he had become this sort of like lizard almost like creature where he was standing much taller, looked like he was far more aggressive, and he was about ready to pounce in. But there was one that had, I don't know if it was, try and help me recall. I think the one that transformed in that particular way wasn't the same one that had the gem on his chest, or was it?
no, it was the dragon was coming out of the alleyway, claws out like this,
Yep.
kind of like this, peeking
That's what I
through,
remember.
and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And then you have the vampire going, "Ha ha."
Ha ha! Makes me think of the gentleman villain in Hero Academia. The guy was like weird, bouncy shit. Yep.
My kids get shit on my monitors, but they do, and I don't know how. Anyway.
Oh. Here's an image. Wow.
So 32 pages of that, but of course in the actual book there's no censor bars.
Of course.
You know, all of this just
I'm like-
makes me think about the whole thing with the Olympics and how they're not supposed to be banging each other. Like,
They have cardboard beds.
yeah.
But I'm like, how are they gonna do an episode that's not just porn?
Well, they just need that one. They need that one villain. That's from the psychiatric facility. Where
Yes.
they choked him out.
Yes.
we're all looking at. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all like, yeah, great game. Let me just check this out real quick.
But I think the idea is it's a way for them to like relieve stress, but also if if they happen to produce super babies, then great.
Super babies.
It's just so okay.
Good way.
Censored.
Okay, so
Generous sensor bars.
we got Super Vamp, we got Dragon Vamp, and then yeah.
Right. So you've got these guys going on. You haven't seen Tines come back up to the surfaces yet, but obviously this reptilian version is going to be chasing you all down. But let's go ahead and just do another combat sense awareness or a combat sense check, just to kind of get our shite together. Because I'll be honest, I don't remember what our rolls were when we started this whole business.
You can scroll
Well,
up.
we need a fresh one,
Yeah, we need a fresh one.
Yeah, it's been like
let's
what,
see.
3 weeks, 4 weeks? It's been a
little
while.
A while.
You want some Cool Whip, Brian?
Who whip?
To roll D19. Oh, nat 1, sweet. Okay, but these stickers are messing with me. Like I type in roll and like there's a little bird that's like rolling on the. Like, turn off like auto sticker.
Auto sticker.
You're 25, Ken?
Yep.
Yeah, we rolled in order 30, 25, 17.
Yep.
Very handy that way.
Right? We're so accommodating.
No, you. I'll be a gentleman.
Oh my god. Being in California again and watching people properly use a stop sign was amazing.
Wow.
Not the no, you go. No, you go. Listen, fucker, you have right of way. You go.
And it's
California.
literal.
I hate that shit.
Right away. Boom.
Gotta love
right
that
away.
California
boom.
roll.
Right away. Boom. Right away. Boom. Sorry, side note. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Well, Bill, you've got first hits here. So you've got this
First tits.
first hits. You got first hits. Anyway, you got the first hit here. The reptilian creature is basically charging in at the group. We're still in the midst, the center of the street. It's still in the evening.
Does anybody remember what personalities I had active?
You used chains.
Yes, you
I
did.
had James. And I used Wolf, but Wolf split back into John. So we had two characters up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because he had used his Ring of Division and he'd gotten the two characters.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, now I remember. So, okay, so you got John in chains. So I've got 3 attacks to split between the two of them. So the bastard is just gonna go, ooh, ain't this just a little pretty party? And then he just goes, surprise! And then 2 chains go up, 3 chains against the dragon, 2 chains against the to 1 to bind,
Uh-huh.
3 chains to find them, 2 chains to bind him. And in the darkness. So we're gonna do 2 different rolls. We'll roll for that. Oh boy, we're gonna use a point for that. So we're So I'm going to put that just as standard 24. And I'm going to add to the first. Oh my god! So the 33 for the 3 around the dragon and 24 around the 2 around the other guy.
Okay, let me take a look here. So let's see here. The 33 is going to who?
33 is going to Dragon Vamp.
Okay. It's like you read my mind. Calling it Dragon Vamp. I was just sort of like, yeah, that's what its name is. That's what I'm marking it down as.
It's just like, what? Why are you being insulting? My name is Draco. Oh, that makes it worse, bud. Makes it so much worse. Draco Drakonovich. Oh, no, we're done.
Draco Drakonovich. He must be a hillbilly from Transylvania, and that's like on them Junior.
Right? So, Junior is going to get wrapped up in 3, and then,
Okay.
that, and then...
Alright, let's see what we
Ah,
got.
shit.
So that's 5. 6, 7, 26. And then John's going to... He's going to do 2 actions. He's going to actually touch the chains as he's like this. So he's just kind of went like this.
Mhm.
So there's like the chains that go into the ground and then pop up at different locations
Right.
because he likes to surprise people. So John just got touches the chains, and he's going to send electricity channeling straight through to the other end.
Okay. So, 33 is going to Dragon Vamp, and your 24 was going to the other guy in the doorway, right? The one with the medallion? Yeah. Alright, so you snag the one with the medallion. The reptilian one manages to duck beneath all of them, like moves jives and does this snaky shit, and just goes whoop like that, and your chains just go whack, and you hear the whap as the electricity goes right through it. Of course, they just arc amongst each other. The one in the doorway takes the hit full on.
So we're gonna do that.
Wait, I thought that the reptilian vamp is the dragon vamp.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure I got my.
So we're gonna
Yes.
we're gonna
Dragon,
put 4
reptilian. He's the bearded vampire.
So we're gonna put 4 Arete into the shock.
Alrighty. Tell me how much damage he's won, Johnny.
And then
Hey, that
we'll
works
do-
in weird ways.
And then we'll do my next action for the last action, because he's going to react to the. It's 4d10. Explode 10. Fail 1 target. What's my target?
Target for this one's going to be 7. You're channeling around a natural conductive material that's connected to you directly. Oh, damn. Well, I guess they don't give a shit.
We're going to. Because I still have 8 luck,
Yeah.
so we're going to get rid of that 1 and then raise the others.
So
So I
3
have
boosts.
Yeah, 3 boosts. I have 5 luck left.
Alright, sounds like the plan. That's 2 successes. What we got?
Damage wise,
Yeah.
what's his damage? That's
You have to count for the chains and what you get for the spell.
okay. So the chains is 50.
Okay?
So that's 50 per chain, so he takes 100 damage. And then for it's will and melee rank and power rank.
Yeah, that's for the... That's if you're going to be, like, using it to throw the spell out. You didn't even have to do that. You
Okay,
just literally caused it to activate. They couldn't escape
Okay.
it.
So what's the damage for the electricity then?
So, if I'm not mistaken, you have... it's going to be the will plus... I swear to God, we've covered this mechanic multiple times. I keep thinking you write it down.
Is it damage is power rank times 8 plus will?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so power rank, he put 4 in it.
So what's the power rank though? Like the power of the spell you're using. So
Oh. He was just using 4 heretic.
right, what's the rank of forces though?
Forces is 3.
3
And then,
times 8, which is 24 plus your will.
okay. So 34.
All right. So, yeah, 134 damage to a single target. I'd say that's pretty interesting, not counting for any kind of, like, the rest of it. Boop. Yeah, I mean, you hit him hard.
Okay.
He felt it.
And then he's going to cast, because the other target's moving so fast, he's going to cast an entropy curse.
Interesting.
So it's going to be same one he did against that one in essentially it's like a field. He's charging through a field. The moment he goes through the field that he can't see, all his movement counts as friction against him. The faster he moves, everything else it generates and just explodes.
Yeah, you're basically trying to use that fiction, the fiction hit.
The friction hit and kinetic motion of the target to emulsify itself.
Good word. Emulsify.
So we're gonna pump in. We're gonna actually pump in 6 arete into that.
There we go. Okay.
What's the target for the entropy curse?
8. He's moving fast. You're basically gonna have to try and nail it.
Just leave the target.
If he's, I mean, that's the thing is he's casting a field that he's gonna go through, not.
Yeah, but he's got to make sure he holds that field up.
Okay, fair enough. 6, 8, 10. Explode.
It's kind of like I've been watching a lot of Star Trek, so all I can think is like shield integrity 21%.
Okay,
That's
so
that shit going on.
we're gonna bump up those 2 7s to an 8.
All right, 2 more luck down. That's 2 successes. Man, your dice are just trying to bleed the luck out of you.
First round.
They really are.
You've already spent 5 luck first hit, man. That's pretty crazy.
So basically, he wants to do the 2 degrees of success, so that's going to be entropy. Well, he poured 6 into it, so he put in forces and entropy and prime into it.
So in this case, what will happen is that I have to go ahead and beat that with his, because the difference is that you're not like using direct. You're using direct indirect damage, but he's going to run into it, and he's got to basically resist that as a sentient being to having had like you're like hitting him at the molecular level across his entire body.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Yes, 5 instead of 6.
What in the fuck?
That'd be a nope. All right. So you used forces and you used entropy. You said
And prime.
and prime. So those 3. What are the ranks of those 3? Because this is where the multiplication gets to really, really fucking psychotic.
Okay, so you have entropy of 2,
2,
forces 3,
3,
and then 1 prime.
6. That is times 8 plus your will.
Mm-hmm. Okay. God damn it! Why do I have to get a calculator out?
Should be oh god, 8 times 8 is 64. I keep thinking 64 is the answer. Yes, it is.
Okay, so it's
Should be 48, right? Is it 48?
Wait, what are we doing?
6 times 8 is 48, right?
yeah
6 times 8 is 48. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your will?
plus 10.
So 58. Yeah, 58 more straight up raw energy damage to him.
2 degrees of success, though. Does that multiply it by 2?
Well, it wouldn't multiply it, no, but it should be adding. I believe what it's supposed to do with the successes is, like I said again, I keep thinking we wrote this down. What it's supposed to do with those successes, I think it adds on. Yeah, that's right. It's supposed to add 10 per success when it comes to that damage, so it just goes up an increment. So
Okay. Alrighty.
So that's like 70 what now? Because it was 48,
Math.
58, 78. Yeah, it's 78. Well, it's just because it's not all comprised together and I have to do it without seeing the sheet, so I'm just like... Yeah, it's just 78. So they all stack together to a sum of 78 damage. Magic is still the most complex system in the whole whole fucking game, always. All right.
Okay. And there we go.
Yep.
Heck of a round to start with.
Yeah, well, I mean, he is our DPSer, man. One of our DPSers. I think whenever you go full Hulk, Ken, like, you're a hell of a DPSer.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got something lined up for my round.
Alrighty then. Well, as you are taking taking a stance against this reptilian creature, Dravis decides that he's going to back you all up. I believe he was with you. Yes, he was there.
Didn't he go inside the? Dravis, yeah.
Dravis is quote unquote Iron Giant.
Yeah, he did go with you guys because he met with Richard. I don't know why I'm having this like spasm. I was like, "Oh, was he not there?" He was there. Ooh. Yeah, come to Papa. Damn. He fires off 3 shots with his rune lock. They all crack right next to everybody's head. You know, outside of Barrack, who's probably grinning ear to ear because he enjoys the shots of this stuff. But his shots are hella accurate. And that would not be enough. Cool beans. Alright, so the reptilian first takes... You can see that he comes charging at the group, encounters this strange sort of fluctuating membrane that's in front of everyone. Not sure exactly what it is, but the second that you see the outer carapace begin to heat up to cherry red as the compounding kinetic force sort of recycles backward, becoming a positive feedback loop for a very brief amount of time. But the sheer level of friction, it's almost like it was basically being hit with atmospheric conditions if you were coming into re-entry for maybe a split second. And it's now like sizzling on top and smoking like crazy. There's this horrible smell that comes up. Then you hear 3 cracks of that rune lock go off, big muzzle flashes, and then it takes these things all on the side and the front part. It's starting to writhe around up front, and it definitely the damage looks like it's severe, but it is not done. So at this point, with where you guys are at, it is now Ken.
Just sort of my notes here because I was writing some other stuff down. How much damage did the build do just now? 78?
78.
Yeah, 78 to the creature, yes. I am tracking this, by the way.
I know. I'm just writing it in my notes because I always like to compare at the end. It's like, Christ, look at the damage it did. It's not for like trying to lawyer you or anything.
No. I was just making sure. It's like, I am watching this. You know that, right?
Yeah. And that was
for
the
Ken's
dragon vamp.
leaderboard and inside the house.
Yeah. And Gravis just did that to the outsider vamp, right?
He did that. No, he did that to the reptilian who was charging the group. He seems to be the most
carapace. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's shot the same one that's been damaged. He's focusing fire.
Okay. So my question before I start my round here to you is the celestial wings that I can get from my gauntlet. Do they have any limit to their weight that they can hold?
Good lift.
Yeah, like, is it just like magical flight where I just like if I can pick it up, I'm flying. It's flying with me, kind of thing.
It has to be within your capacity to hold it, and that's it.
Yeah, so if I can lift it, I can fly with it.
Right. Your wings will be strong enough to counter it. Yeah, it is a magical sort.
Yeah. So on my first action is to activate my rune, and I'm going to activate my celestial wings. Now, can you describe the area to me again? Like, how far away are we from the enemy, and like what's in my immediate vicinity?
So right now, you've got maybe 6 or 7 paces where this reptilian creature is writhing around, which is where you'll snag it. Now, you guys started this fight being in the center of the main street that was cutting through. The buildings that you guys had on your left were mostly abandoned. They were just dark. And this was that combination of being sort of like semi-functional part of Night City, but not really all that well looked at. You're in the ghetto, for lack of any better terminology. But like I said, you're looking at about 6 to 7 paces away from you is where this reptilian vampire is now writhing around, smoking, and been shot. And then you have about 30 to 35 paces away from that is the one that is basically struggling with the chains, trying to get loose of those inside
That's
of the
the
building.
outsider.
And yes, that's the outsider vamp that's working to try to get loose of these bonds after having been electrocuted. But there are some
Cool.
streetcars and things like that on either side. You also have street lamps going down, and yeah, it's dark. So
How within my grabbing distance? What do I got?
well, you can move very easily to anything that you don't have grabbing distance. I mean, there's, like obviously I don't think you have any of your super strength running or any of that, right?
I do
You do?
actually.
Oh, well, like I said, there are like abandoned ground vehicles that are nearby.
Okay.
Those
okay.
are
I think I know what I want to do. I want to flourish my wings, grab a car, go up, and then slam it into the dragon.
like I said, whenever she hulks out, she's a pretty good DPSer.
Well, she doesn't have the armament right now, so she's glass cannon. But yes, she will. She will fly up and then down.
Yeah, just
So she needs. Yeah.
All right. Let's see what you got, man. What's your body right now with the super strength currently? Did you overload or?
No,
Okay.
my body's at 32 though.
Holy fuck! Yeah, that car weighs to you about the same thing as a heavy basketball.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a easy lift. Okay, so I'm just rolling on melee.
Yeah. That's it. You've turned a vehicle into a very large blunt instrument.
Yeah, that's my goal. I
Yeah.
was thinking about like turning it into like a gauntlet or like over my gauntlet, it's just like picking up something and just like smashing it into them. But getting
Okay.
some momentum will work.
Ken, this is why enemies drop buildings on us.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see here. So my one thing I got to keep in mind here is that melee is my focus skill.
Yep.
So its difficulty is lower, I guess, is how that works. But anyway, I'm gonna re-roll that.
You guys are so lucky the system has luck.
Yes. Okay, I'll take that.
Wow. Roll again.
Wow.
18 on the dice. Jesus.
Okay, so 37 plus 8 plus 1, so 38. So 46 is what I got for my result.
In other words, unless he does super goddamn well, yikes. Hold on.
It's 2 to re-roll, right? Yeah, when you're lucky.
Yeah. It's 2 to reroll.
Okay.
I have to take evidence of this because I feel like I would be... Okay. So... Just got that. Okay. What the fuck?
So he critted on his defense?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. So what was your total, though? Because that's what it's going to boil down to.
46.
Okay. And he is not going to make it even with that. He was 4 below you. He's still...
Oh man, that was close.
Yeah.
We both critted, wow.
Yeah.
That's some like Super Saiyan, like...
Yeah, he saw you go whoop like this, go up. He's like, nope. Like tries to get out of the way, and you just went a little bit forward to see where he was going. So instead of just dropping it straight down, you're like rip like that. So he just let it go, and he tries to get away, and this thing just lands straight on top of him. You see the tires blow out, the axles shatter, all the windows go completely gone. They just completely break inside of the doorway. Some of, like one of them even falls all the way out because of the distance of which you had actually tossed it. And my good sir, that's let's see, 1, 2, yes, and then you have your strength doesn't really count. You're just dropping it, but you were like what, 30? Are you just like, you're not going to go super high, but you're going to go high enough, right? So I'm guessing like 25, 30 feet?
Yeah, I mean, if I wanted, I could go up to 50 feet.
Right.
But, I could go 1,000 feet. I'm sorry. I could go 50 miles an hour.
I was like, really?
Yeah, no, 1,000 feet. Sorry.
Seems a little shitty. Gonna have to fix that.
Uh-oh.
Excuse me, what is going on here? What is this?
It's like you teleported to your garage. So funny. How's it
Weird.
going, Drew? Welcome back.
Drew! Wow. Very nice. Are you wrapped in a blanket?
Bees.
I was very cold, so I went into closet. The door got jammed, and now I'm here. Where the hell are we? What is going on?
We're in Narnia.
You know what? It would be really funny if Ivor was able to show up where we're at right now, like the Terminator, like doing the hero landing kind of thing, but he's
Naked.
completely naked. Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. What the hell going on? Dun 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 dun
Why don't I
dun.
hear music?
Who's making that noise? It's the bastard in the background. Dun 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 dun. I love that movie. It was great.
Oh my god. It would be so funny if it's like, why do I hear boss music? the vamp is.
Lightning starts coming.
Well,
Sorry. Let's figure out my damage first, and then we'll.
230.
Holy Jesus!
A wild hobo has appeared.
Yeah. So 230 damage, 30 damage for the number of feet dropped, and then 100 damage per ton.
Nice. So we're doing some damage to the dragon vamp.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it square. It's not dead, surprisingly, but you stopped it from moving for a minute.
That's important in these kinds of fights.
Yep. There still seems to be some chaos in the background inside of the building in which you guys are all storming. And Ivar, don't you worry, we will get you imported here very soon. I like this track. I like it better than I thought I would. All right, let's
Good.
see. All right, John, if you would do me a favor and make me a will check, please.
Yay. It's our favorite.
Target 9.
Jesus. Okay.
Yours is 10, right?
Yeah. So it's 10d10?
10d10, and your target is 9.
Damn, dude.
Hey, let's see if they hate me by one point, like always.
Just get rid of us, lock!
Oh!
Hey.
No!
No.
No! Daddy say no.
Yeah, well,
999.
here's what's interesting, is that you suddenly feel there's a dire connection between you and this other vamp that's stuck in the doorway, as you feel the icy tendrils of its mind attempt to attack yours. Now, here's what's funny, that number is great, but he almost got you.
Which personality did he go after?
He didn't go after any specific personality, he attacked the central foundation of your whole mind. So the thing about that is that everybody felt like an earthquake on the inside of their head for a minute. But it only registered like a 2.3 because you were able to stop it. However, super fucking close.
So this is what the vamp sees. The vamp goes into like this tunnel down a train station, and then you just see the conductor just sitting there smoking a cigarette going, "I'm sorry, you don't have a ticket. I'm going to have to ask you to leave." As it gets jerked out of the underground.
Yep. Well, and the thing about that is that said conductor will have had this strange, vacuous, nebulous silhouette go rushing right for him, and it gets about right here just before that happens. Because it was that close.
Give him a little smoke ring.
Yep, you don't have a ticket. Goodbye.
Yeah. Short of that, you can see it basically rip its limbs completely free of the chains that have actually caught it, and there's this ugly kind of purple glow. It's coming in and around the body like an aura, and then there's something at the chest here where it just, the medallion is beginning to actually show some sign of activity. When he comes pushing himself back up, arm missing, left leg missing, because the chains were sort of spotted, in the two different areas to immobilize him. He comes up like this. You can see limbs explode free in instant regeneration. And it just smiles. You can see the face just snap, and the jaw becomes too much larger. For lack of any better terminology, or lack of any better, you just see the inside illuminate as this flame begins to, build up in its mouth, and it looks like it's about ready to blast the entire crew. Yeah.
Hello.
I like that when he's like, ah!
That's how he does it.
Yep.
Gotta shit out that arm.
Okay.
So basically, staring this down.
Yeah, kind of like that, but in this case, it's basically just an orb of flame that just goes foosh.
Yeah, that's the aftermath.
Yep. So,
I'm firing up my laser.
make a defense, everyone.
I'm glad I'm already in the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What kind of defense?
Do you want Ivar to make a defense as well?
You're going to make a dodge. You're not there yet, Ivar. You're coming.
Just making
Don't
sure.
you worry.
Dun, 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 dun. Why am I hearing Bonanza?
Oh my god! If he came with what's the Ride of the Valkyries with the giant speakers? Yeah.
All of a sudden, when
I just want you guys
the
to
general
secure the
personality
door.
comes out.
And there's a bum laying on the ground, and you're like, what's bum doing here? And it's Ivar.
He's just been there the whole time.
I've got.
That would
He
be
just
funny.
left, so he just went down to the liquor store. He just.
Oh yeah, it took him that long to get there.
It's mobility,
He's walking.
He
Doesn't
said, I'm gonna go get some smokes. I'll be back. And we're like, okay, Dad.
Oh shit. Oh
Milk and
man.
smokes.
Well,
God, I'm so glad I'm wearing that exosuit right now.
yeah. So everybody, see Ken. Where's your?
I'm right below Bill's. We
Yeah.
hit at the exact same time.
You
Yeah.
guys have good rolls. I got an 18.
Yeah. Well, I gotta roll for Travis too. He's not gonna be able to get out of that either. So everybody gets pelted with this blast. I mean, it hits everybody. Now, Ken, you're gonna be if you take any damage, depending on the mischance. Yeah.
You're just gonna updraft and float away.
Yeah. Be out of the fight for 2 rounds. That's funny.
If we ever figure out how to show GIFs in Twitch.
I know, right?
Oh, bringing it full circle to Terminator.
Hell yeah. Anyway, so this incredible blue-white flame gets blasted out. I think everybody's got that same medallion for the mischance, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we have to roll that mischance.
Yeah, warning bracelet, 60% mischance, and for EMP can disrupt the camera.
Ooh, Scott's gonna take it.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Holy fuck! He's like, like that, just gone. No effect whatsoever. You felt
Jesus.
a little heat, like you turned on a fucking hairdryer.
Said updraft.
Yeah, really.
You're just gonna take it and fly back around and uppercut.
All
Yeah,
right.
seriously.
Fuck. Hey, shut up. Lay down. You're ruining my game. You're fine. Just lay down. All right. So, yeah, let's go here. You're warded, right, Scott? Like the armor that you have is it not warded yet? Yikes.
Damn it, Scott. Do we have to use one of our things on you? This is what happens when Ivar's not here.
Here's the deal. The Colt was trying to make a shield bracelet.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it's a magical attack, it totally goes past any mundane armor, and it's 80 damage.
Damn.
That's all right.
Okay.
It's like, it's fine.
Do you have a ton of body right now? Because of your...
I think you had, like, what, muscle and bone lice or whatever?
Yeah, I'm at. I have still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full health levels.
I never know. I don't remember what's on your sheets. I just remember Scott being kind of like Barrick. I'm getting you confused now. You're the same person. Anyway, I'm getting Barrick. I never know what he has. I keep thinking he's squishy because he used to be.
He's really beefed up in the last...
Yeah, thank God for IP.
Year.
Sure as shit. Yeah, you've got
Health
massive
levels.
health levels. You're at a -3 for your shots, but you shoot so fucking high.
Yeah, dude. I like to see your formulas doing work, though.
Yeah. So is this fire? What is this?
It's actually considered to be balefire.
So like, is it like slagging my skin?
No,
With my
it's not doing that. Imagine if raw cold was given flame. That's what balefire is, because it would cause like everything to ice over, but it burns and it creates like a frostbitten appearance.
it's icy hot.
Yeah, the worst kind. Not the kind you prank somebody with by putting it in their jockstrap. Thank you, Drew. All right. So Scott, you
What
are.
about Bill?
Huh? Bill's already gone. Scott needs to go next.
Oh, I see. Who? Oh, no, I was
So-
saying, like, Bill dodged it, too.
He was
Yeah.
under the dodge. So
Yeah. Everybody else just kind of had this like, "Boing," like those of you who actually.
pretend I like took it to like shield people.
Yeah, but now it's your turn. He's basically so the new target has moved out of there. He's at a slow walk. Obviously, a lot of this has been torn off. His jaw is still massive. His body is bulking up, only making a bigger target. But he's a very big threat. And it seems to you that you can definitely want to focus on fire. I think you took ranged master as well.
So the question I have is on the plasma rifle. I wrote down. You said damage was 60,
Yes, per bolt.
but then the rate of fire was 3 or 30.
Right, meaning that you could fire at full burst once, twice. So you get a 60 round burst aimed at him. So you roll twice because you're just going "Ping," like that to get your shots.
But like, is that like 1,800 damage if I hit with 30 shots at 60 each or something?
There's a good chance you're not going to hit him with all 30 shots, but if you hit,
no, but I'm just
if you
saying-
did hit him with all 60 shots, yeah,
Over 2 turns. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then the
dude.
second question was
yeah.
with the blunderbuster.
Ooh,
Just looking at that, it says rate of fire is 1 to 3. It holds 12 rounds. So I could theoretically do 6. They're 55 each. But then the rockets do 95 each.
yep.
But I only have 2 rockets, so that's like rocket.
You could do them both at the same time. Fire them once, doesn't matter.
Would that count as one?
If you fire them both at the same time, that's one shot.
Okay. And then I could do the regular gun for like
Yeah,
the other.
you could be like bloop, bloop, rockets, and then just like chapow, 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 like it's that fast. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll holster and plasma.
Yeah, plasma sounds like the right way to go.
And
What's gonna fuck him up the most?
take advantage of the target in front of me. It says it's AP 5.
Yeah.
And it says accuracy is 3.
Which means that you should already have it applied to your current roll. If you don't now, then you just apply +3 to whatever your actual attack roll is.
Okay, cool.
But then he's also got a -3 because of
But I've
damage.
been
to the target.
negative.
Right, it's canceling itself out. So you're technically at a 0 if you just roll the dice with your, you're at a 0 bonus. But you just have to, you just roll normally.
It's a plus 22 for gun kata and a plus 4 for rifle.
So you're at 26. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Damn, dude.
And so what am I doing? Am I doing 2 bursts of 30?
Yeah.
So
So
I
you're
just
just
do
doing
2
2 rolls.
Okay.
Ooh!
Give me that crit. Oh, re-roll it.
I'm gonna use luck. So I'll add 5 to that to bump it to a 32.
Nice. 29 and 32.
Nice. Okay. I think I actually managed to create something that's going to be a little tougher to kill. Alright, so you start laying down shots. You pull this thing back, no recoil whatsoever. You can see the actuating reticle on it just goes like that. You see it caught. It notices that there's a threat. You can see that it looks to you, and you just squeeze the trigger. You see these bolts flying off in rapid succession. It looks like some kind of railgun going off trying to stop a missile. But you're just coming out of there. So you follow this thing. You try to lead your target. It goes boom, 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 and it's blurring as it's moving. And you're tracking this thing. Mind you, these bolts are hitting hard enough that you're slagging parts of vehicles that are on the road. You're creating all these cherry red points along that whole thing.
We'll pretend that I checked my backstop before firing.
But yeah, I mean, you follow this whole thing. He surprisingly manages to miss. You missed. Like, he just ends up moving around. Yeah. He was moving.
Never missed.
No, not once. This thing's actually scary. So, yeah. After this complete and total barrage of this weapon, now you've got, multiple points on the street that probably nobody's going to want to touch for at least 10 to 15 seconds until they cool off. But you've got melted asphalt, melted metal, and then, a bunch of, destroyed vehicles now and the rest of it following this thing around. It goes to stop for a minute, and then there's this weird crack of, thunder as it's still moving along. And you hear this snapping sound. It's super loud. It causes everybody's ears to pop. And you just have this ugly-looking fat guy just appears from out of nowhere from a space right next to the building, and he bumps into this thing, but not full-bodied. He just bumps into it, sending it off kilter, and then up to the side of the actual building. But you just see Ivar just kind of looking very confused, and just seeing this thing just ran by. Love this GIF. Nice job. But yeah, Ivar, to put it bluntly, you had more or less gone to your chambers at one point just to, sleep off the last bit of alcohol you'd had a little while back. You're having the craziest dream. You can't really remember what it was, but it was kind of important. You kind of felt like you were somewhere else. And the next thing you know, when you actually start to feel like you're waking up a little bit, you get this rush of sound, which is preceded first by a thunder crack, and then a bunch of heated metal, like that, so a tink, 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 tink of heated metal and things like that going on, and something snarling. You feel an impact on your shoulder. It doesn't have to really do any damage, but you're just kind of like that, and something goes scurrying up the side of the building, and it starts staring at you, and then you've got your crew to your right, just kind of eyeballing where you've come through this middle of nowhere, and you've got Riv up in the air with her wings out looking at you, just kind of huh? And there you are, sort of stuck in the middle of this craziness, and it's clear that it's combat, which means that all those trepidations and anxieties kind of hit, and you're and you're sitting between it and them. So
God damn, Ivar. Way to make an entrance.
How many enemies?
Bill, what was that there, Drew?
How many targets are there?
Well, right now there's just the one. There's another that seems to be smashed underneath a car that's kind of slowly trying to crawl itself out from underneath it.
Okay. Does Ivar know what these are instinctively? Is his danger sense telling him what this thing is, or is he just I just woke up. What? Why are you in my room? I think what Ivar is just simply going to do is... How close is this beam to Ivar, by the way?
Yeah, it's about 15 paces to your left, up on the wall.
Perfect. Ivar sees it, and it just, it freaks him out, and he, kind of swat at things, and as he's swatting, what he's trying to do is use the general force of gravity to smash this thing into oblivion.
Interesting.
What's me target?
That'll be a 9. That's a lot of force and a lot of struggle. Seriously, you're out playing blackjack while you're waiting?
Let's see what I can do.
Yeah.
Losing at blackjack.
He's got to get those fail rolls somewhere.
Nice.
Oh shit! You got 1.
That is good enough.
Oh wait, he got. Oh wait, there's a 1 in there.
Yeah, the one threw it off.
Yep.
Hold on, something's scratching at my door.
Nevermore.
Oh,
See you next time. I'm gonna roll 30 d10.
oh, okay. No.
So Ivar's literally just looking around, and he's like, "Yeah." See, you can take it from there.
All right. Well, let's see here. He's got to contest that. Just waiting for you to get back. Everybody's so high up. Got 1, 2. Yeah. Fucking A. So, you go like that. Everyone gets to see this creature on the wall, and like I said, he's expanding, growing. The musculature has increased in size, maybe 30%. Like, it's just growing more muscular, more gangly in its limbs, claws. The mouth never really completely solidified, but it becomes more muscular and larger by default. It basically starts to like realize that something is happening. Ivar just waving his hands around. Everybody can feel this guttural shift in the reality around themselves, almost like shit's bending out of place. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, people are stupid.
It's how I see Ivar's magic sometimes.
Jesus.
Yeah, but he does this waving.
I am okay.
The creature ends up being compressed directly into the side of the building. Not only did he turn gravity, kind of against it, he turned it to where it was sideways against the surface in which this thing was being pushed. And you hear the crack of like concrete as the building itself begins to buckle underneath it. The sheer G-forces beginning to push this thing through, and then it like tries to raise up its arms, but it can't. And then it pushes up like this, and then rams straight down, and you can see it go into the wall. It clears a very thick portion of concrete going inside the building and out of sight. It doesn't, nobody's going to assume that it's dead, but it's definitely out of out of line of sight for the moment.
So it flew back into the wall.
Well, it flew into the building and like one of these slightly upper floors because it was up higher.
It tried jumping and then flew backwards. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it basically tried to get off the wall because it was sitting on the wall and then got pushed through it. But yeah, you guys can hear some rough and tumble, some kind of like rattling sounds and stuff like that. Everyone's just kind of standing amidst this like sort of icy. There's like an icy explosive rink around everybody because where that balefire hit, it just created this horrifying looking black frost that's just kind of stretched out across the street where everybody was standing. Of course, you've got Barrick, who's got like singed up like this. He's got like most of this stuff is kind of like gone. The fire's out, but I mean, like you can tell he's
spray pattern.
Yeah.
Behind Barrick.
It's a snow angel.
Snow angel.
Yeah.
All I know is Ivar does that and then looks at you guys and just simply says, "Don't scare Ivar! What are you doing? Don't do that to me!"
And it's like, and then you see the bastard, just like John, just kind of goes, "Ugh," and the bastard goes, "Oi, that was funny." Do it again.
Do what? What did I do?
Trey's like,
Yeah,
you might want to
yeah,
get over
maybe.
here, though.
You made the bad thing go away.
Why are you in my room?
And then John's just right here going, "We're not in your room, jackass. We're in the middle of the fucking street."
It seems so real.
Well, as you guys are standing there, you hear something happen inside of the building. There's a big loud screech that causes everybody to kind of do this for a minute. You see the entity, whatever it was, goes flying out of the hole it came in, and there's this wispy black cloud of something going floop like that out the top, and then hovering up above at a certain distance. This creature lands on the ground, then rolls up to fours, comes all the way up. You can see the flesh has become pretty glossy, pure black, almost scale-like. It looks something similar to the lizard-like creature that you guys have just crushed under the car that still hasn't been able to get out from underneath it yet. But far larger. It probably, standing from, like head to foot, somewhere close to about 11 feet tall. And the musculature is very, like wiry and tight. It's pulled in close. It definitely has a lot going for it. Yes, Ken.
You said it was on all fours, or it just stood up?
Well, it was on fours and coming up.
Okay.
So, at this point, we're going to put Senior Richard at the last here. Just before Ivar.
Dick.
Yeah. Well, this is pretty huge, dude. I mean, we've got, let's see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6v1. So, John, it is now your show at this point.
Let's see. So, Bastard just kind of just looks at John going, "Oi, you want to do something about this? Of course. Nice focal." And then John's like, and just like going back and forth. Fine. Fucking boils my blood. And he does snaps like that, and he's going to boil whatever it counts as blood.
Just the fluid inside of its body.
Just the fluid in his body.
Yep.
It's like raising the ocean's temperatures by 1 degree has catastrophic effect. He's gonna do something very, very similar.
Yeah.
Nice.
When water's warm, Ivar likes to know because it tells him he has peed in it.
Alrighty then.
So we're gonna do. He's down to 10.
Target 9.
SFR.
Yep.
He's gonna put in 6, so 6 Arete.
Okay.
I was like, rule. No, roll. 6D, 10. Explode 10. Fail 1. Target 9. Okay.
Target 9.
Here we go. They haven't really liked me tonight.
Well, they like you pretty fine now.
And he's gonna bump up one of those with that 8 to a 9.
Okay.
Nice.
So 3 degrees of success.
All right. And then which disciplines we're using again?
We're using life and prime and forces. No, matter.
All right. Life, prime, and matter.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. And their cumulative ranks would be
2, 3, and 1. Well, matter's 2,
right.
but you only put 1 matter into it.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's the discipline themselves. It's the rank that they have.
So 2, 2, 3.
Okay. So that means that you have 7. So that's
7 times 8. That's going to be 56.
Yep.
Plus 3 degrees of success, so that's plus
86.
30.
And then 96.
Okay.
Yep. 96 damage.
And then the bastard just kind of looks and says, Well, I mean, that's one way of doing it. and then the bastard's like, no, 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 no. And then all of a sudden, you just hear this. Yes, me.
I know
Derek's
him.
favorite fucking douchebag. Yeah.
And
perked up.
Derek, isn't that your friend?
And instead of the black armor, which is encasing like John and the bastard with their armor twist, the armor's actually golden, and it's like shining. It's very, very brightly. It says, "Yes, me." And
It's Omni-Man.
Oh fuck.
so right, so we've got him with his Stygian armor and his Rayla armor, so he's at like he's actually at 90 armor. We're gonna have the Fists of Justice charge
Okay.
and strike at him with his thoughts and prayers, because the weapons have actually become his fists.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what you got, man.
Finally, a professional.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's see what you got, mate.
so 24 and 29 against the blood boiled target.
Yep. So it's basically doing the shudder writhe around on the ground
Yeah,
because
so
it's
as he's shuddering, he's taking advantage of that.
Yep, and you go to take care of that, and even so, it is clear that this creature is impressive with how it's designed, however it works, the mutation, whatever it is, because you come flying at it, and you can see in like the crevice of the eyes here, which originally it only had 2, being the dragon, but you can see that it's got 6, and they go up just underneath the cranial ridge that's coming back like this, and you can see these ones just independently see you coming. When you throw these punches, it just ducks underneath the one and then swats the other one off to the side, sending you sort of like, not quite sprawling, but you're just kind of like, you get pushed away, and now you're just kind of squared off. He's got the rest of your companions on his left, and you're more to his right, with Ivor sort of in the middle, and then you've got Riv and Richard floating up top. Like, that's kind of the battlefield right now. Yeah.
I didn't remember. Okay, cool.
Because remember, I saw you the little black wispy.
The black mist. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't realize.
So
that
he
was
does
Richard.
superhero slide with like one hand still on the ground.
Yeah.
He pops up grinning. Finally, a challenge.
Our battle will be legendary.
And then you just see John just doing this. Oh fuck.
That's a good reaction. I like that.
Okay, so we still have one attack.
Yep.
One more time. So he's like, finally a challenge, and then he's gonna do it again
Alrighty.
because I'm going to roleplay this character.
Well, fuck. What the hell? It's another one of those incidences that requires documentation.
Okay, that's crap. We're gonna put some luck into that, by the way.
Just
Because
re-roll. Do you have enough luck to re-roll it?
yeah, I got 2 luck left.
Oh, this is your last chance.
Yeah, but I want to get so 23 on prayers, and then I'm gonna have 1 luck left.
That's hilarious.
So 20 and 23.
2023. Well, this should give you an idea of why I was so confused, because I rolled these simultaneously. So, enjoy.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
And I've already burnt out all of his luck, so.
So you have so thoughts has AP3
Yeah.
with a compulsive pulse of 12, and that's 27 damage.
Okay.
And then the prayers has AP4, and that's damage 30.
All they take. You said it was 20 and what, 30?
Yep. 27 and 30. So,
That's 57.
and then the pulse of 12. So he kind of goes, ha ha! Prayers for you, my friend. And then, but here's a thought for you. Boom! And that's when the compulsive pulse goes out and says, that will give you something to ponder. Repent.
Of course, these strikes nail it. It sends it backward quite a bit. It ends up doing something similar, just grinding up the actual asphalt as he goes along. Just as you are taking stock of his capacity to, withstand or take damage as it is. Get a little bit of luck for that. Oh, Jesus effing Christ, Dravis, you sexy bitch. So you go boom, bam, and you follow up, and he ends up taking that hit. So he's up like this, with his chest up. You can just see Dravis takes us, outside to the far right, or at the right wing of the actual group. Ends up taking 3 shots, all straight to the head, basically. Oh shit, that's too funny. So he gets to end up taking another. Come on, brain. Okay, there we go.
Hard.
All right. It is now Riv's turn. What you got for me?
What I'd like to attempt is in the air. Do I spy anything that is I'd say about this thick around and tubular, very long?
You have you have those lamps, the street lamps.
So what I'd like to attempt to do
Dick is right near you.
Dick.
Ivar realizes his robe was open. Oh, I'm very sorry.
What I'd like to attempt to do is pick up one of the lamps and basically turn it into a javelin and just heave it at the thing, with my full strength. Well, not only my full strength, but backed up by flying 50 miles an hour.
Yep.
Is there a possibility? I don't know if this is even something I can, but would I be able to infuse it with my rune's power to make it so it's magic? Because I was thinking it starts glowing blue and then just just lance them.
Yeah.
Like a Valkyrie.
That's what I'm going for. I'm kind of a Valkyrie right now. So,
all right. Let's see what you got then.
How do I?
It's your melee.
How do I roll for all of that?
You just go shrink like that and go like.
But can I do the magical part of that?
You should be able to do the magical part, because the magical part was what, though? I think I may have missed that.
Well, what I was saying is I'd like to be able to infuse this thing, whatever I'm grabbing, with my magic, like my magical bolt, basically.
Right.
So that when I throw it, it does that damage too.
Sure.
I'm trying to infuse it with magic.
Right. In this case, you'll basically just kind of back the whole thing off. You'll back it up with almost like a rocket shot. It's more.
Oh, okay. So when I throw it, I was just like, "Gah!"
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay, I like that.
It was going to pop.
No, really. It's like the ketchup bottle. Okay. So that's just melee again. I'll take it.
Solid.
All right, what you got there, man? Oh,
35.
dude.
Super strength while you're being able to fly gives you a lot of freedoms.
Yeah, it does.
What I was going to try doing at first, if I had smaller lances, is I was wanting to try pinning him to the ground, but
Yeah, well,
Does it hit?
misses by only that much. Yeah, she was 1 point underneath the roll. That's
But
it.
you just kind of see our favorite. It's going, "Ho! That was almost a piercing moment for you, my friend."
And it's like, of course, at this point when it goes like this, and you can see the thing just land into the sidewalk, just buries. I mean, it would have done some pretty nasty damage to it, but it buries in there. It just hisses at the golden god standing in there making idle, lame comments. At this point, it's got a slew of targets, but more or less, it's going to charge the golden boy at this point because it seems to be a little irritated.
And then you just see the Dawnbreaker go, ha ha! Finally, you accept me as your rival.
Dawnbreaker used taunt.
Super effective.
So, yeah, he's charging after you. Make 2 dodges for me, Bill, or 2 parries, whichever one. I think you have enough body to, like, wrestle with this thing, but...
Okay, so we'll do dodge parry.
Okay.
Oh no.
Whoa!
We'll use my last bit of luck. So
Okay.
no more luck.
So you're basically nullifying the 1.
Yep.
Okay, just boosting it to a 24, so 20... or... That's weird.
24.
Yeah.
Why is 1 plus 22 and 1? Oh,
Yeah.
you did a parry and a dodge. I get it.
Right.
Two different things.
So depending on what happens, depends on what he's going to say. So we'll just go
Yeah.
on.
So, it lashes out at you and manages to nail you with both. There's an upward call that just kind of comes up like this, which causes you to be, like, slammed and picked up. The strength of this thing is incredible, but he just does this upward swing and then hits you with a backhand straight into the dirt again. So it just goes up and then hits you again. Your armor?
90.
That's good. You'll still sustain... Yeah, you'll still sustain like 50 damage from that.
Okay. And he says, he's on the ground and goes, tease a man with a good time, will you?
Seems
And
about
then he
right.
just kind of pops up like this. He's on the ground, so you know, like that sexy
Yeah.
Burt Reynolds pose.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And he's just like, he just poses like that and says, I see. You're quite punchy this evening, my friend.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Drew. Jesus. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. So, Scott, you're still basically kind of sitting there like this, trying to shrug off. You've got like a lot of pain editing kind of going on that you're trying to like mute out, but you see the Golden Dawn take a couple of hits, land in the center of the street. Mind you, the street now is looking completely destroyed. You've got the black scorch mark from the initial flame blast that let off, multiple marks from all of the shots that were taken, and then you've got like destruction going across from the fight of these two guys. You know, the Golden Dawn's actually sitting in some rubble.
So, I asked, I was looking earlier about regen.
Yeah.
Is that out of combat only, or am I active?
No, regeneration can happen.
Surgeons?
Yeah, they can happen within combat, yes.
Has any happened between, like, in the last round? Since it's like 12 seconds or something.
What was it per minute?
So, what it says is Nanosurgeon's double healing rate, regen, plus 1 HP per level, and then my level is 2. And it says max plus 10, so...
Okay, so 2 HP per level in this case, or 2 HP is going to be regained, and you've got like the you said faster healing rate. What was it? You said it was 2?
It says doubles healing rate,
Mm-hmm.
and then regen is plus 1 HP per level, so it'd be regen is plus 2 HP.
Did you use nanosurgeons, or is it just a rapid healing?
This is just the nanosurgeons, and then let me see. Yeah, I don't have rapid healing,
Oh, okay.
so I was just wondering if that's a thing.
Yeah,
that's, like,
it's not going to be
out of
fast.
combat, I have to
You're
do.
technically regenerating right now. Like, you're not going to notice the effects,
Right.
because these rounds are so fast, so the damage is still there.
Yeah. I've only ever used it once, and it was out of combat. So
Yeah, and it took several minutes to get to where you were okay again, which is kind of the thing. So it's working, it's on. It's just you won't want to take any more damage if you can avoid it.
ideally, yeah. Okay, so we basically have just the one target right now. And
Yep.
it's engaged with Dawnbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna plasma do another, but this time it's not
Yes!
moving. It's standing still and occupied. So
Yep, it's standing right there. It still has a chance of making a defense roll, but don't forget, if you were concerned about anything, you can always throw luck preemptively into a roll to make it more guaranteed, if that's how you feel about it.
well, what I'd like to do actually is take advantage of all this,
I'm sorry, I just saw the Omni-Man GIF.
this arcane power that's flying around and still, clinging to my body, and arcane capacitor.
Wow, you're gonna fucking go baller on this.
So it says will check target 7. Each success is plus 10 arcane damage.
Yeah, let her rip. Let's see what you got.
So
Hater chip.
and I get a automatic success because I have Iron Will. One, two.
Ooh, you got
I
a
didn't-
crit.
Yeah. So I'll remove that one. All right. So 3 successes.
30 more damage, I believe.
And then I will.
Dude, that means that every bolt's pushing 90. Damn.
Christ.
Damn. Damn.
So this will be the first.
Dude, you can take out an air vehicle with that kind of damage.
This will be the first battery,
Alright, volley 1.
and then. Second. Oh. Alright, so crit on the second one, total of 42
Holy shit.
on the second volley,
Dude,
and the first one was
Dude.
31.
what the hell? He's
He'd
waiting.
never really used the plasma before, so he had to, adjust the sight.
Okay, so this is something I don't get to use very often because you guys don't use a lot of burst fire weapons, but more or less the number of times that you beat your opponent in the roll. So what was your crit roll?
My crit roll was a 6.
Okay, well I mean like your total. So
Total
it
is
was
42.
42. Yowzers. Okay, so your first shot was a 31.
Yeah, 31 for the first volley.
Yep. All right, so you
It's
start to
improved. The first time he didn't do so well. The second time, so third volley he did a little better.
yeah. So oh man, that's so goddamn funny. So this is retarded, but you have so much damage you're going to do to this thing. It's a little ridiculous.
We need to do that.
Yeah, like this is going to be fun. Where is he at? Okay, I'm right. Put this in here. I have to admit, this is actually kind of entertaining for me, just to push this all up. Okay, so your first volley is it's gonna hit him. Yeah, there's gonna be at least fucking tits. Yeah, it's gonna be like 3 of the bolts hit because he's still trying to juke and dodge, but it's technically gonna be 6. It's gonna be 6 bolts hit.
Wow.
Okay, the next one, because he only got so far, because you got 15 bolts hit him on the second one.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you smear him with these shots. So
That's the point. We'll pretend I said my turn or something like that, and then
yeah.
Something badass.
Oops.
one liner.
Oh, that'd be even better. It's like insert one-liner here.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. 5 and 25. That's right.
I'm wired. No.
Times.
The music is perfect for the
Yeah. As usual.
BPMs.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. So he knocks him down, and you're just kind of like, oh, fuck this. Like, it just starts to go out. It tries to run, but you track it. You basically just feel your body kind of go in
I'm
sync
just gonna
with it.
like walk towards it.
Yeah,
like-
yeah, you're just going like that's just happening, and it goes to take. You finally clip it with the first set of shots. It totally was distracted, and then you hit it some more. It starts taking the impacts. You can see the welling shots. It's bursting things across, almost like dark crystalline impacts. You're vitrifying the creature as it's happening. Like literally, the skin is almost turning to glass where these impacts are happening,
Right.
and then you go like that, and just starts to go on and on. GoldenEye, you're just like watching this happen. You just see these bluish orbs just flying into this creature until finally it just becomes slagged, and that's not an exaggeration. You have melted the bones because of the rapid heating element. It just crumbles in on itself and becomes partially vitrified corpse, just curled up next to one of these cars. The grand total of damage that you did with this thing, because first of all, he was out of luck, rolled a 1 on the first major hit, which is why 6 shots hit instead of just 3, and then you hit him with you hit him with another 15 shots. It's a little ridiculous. But with 21 hits, and because the armor was still accounting because it was a mundane weapon of a sort, and because he's warded, the rest of it, 1,365.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you did your shot.
Yeah, that's 642 damage overkill.
Can I like golf swing the corpse with the butt of the rifle to shatter it at the end? No, he wouldn't do that with his weapon.
No, you'd break the fucking gun.
Yeah.
That's a lot of mass. That thing was like 11 feet tall.
Yeah, no problem.
Holy shit balls. What a way to fucking kill that thing off. Unreal.
Meanwhile, Ivar's got a bowl of cereal. He's just eating it, and he's like watching you guys. Like,
You think
I
you're
don't
dreaming.
understand.
This is a weird
Yeah,
dream.
he thinks it's a huge hallucination. This is very realistic.
The production values.
Alright, so you're standing there,
I'm
Ivar.
very curious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload.
Yep.
I can only hold 3 packs, so.
Yep. Oh, you're muted, Bill.
100.
I can't hear you.
You see the Dawnbreaker just go like this. I have a burning question. And then you just hear John go, no, it doesn't burn when he pees.
All right, I just used 120 rounds this turn or this session. And
Yeah.
180.
A
So,
lot of damage though.
yeah. Well, you guys needed it. It made him really tough. And if you guys didn't do, massive damage overall, you could tell that it could push a regeneration. So,
Overkill would be the best way.
yeah. So, of course, Ivar, you're sitting there eating your cereal, asking questions as to what's going on. This strange figure comes gliding down out of the sky. You can see the dark robes just flowing in and around itself. You can't see the face. It's just all black inside the cowl of this cloak. And as the entity lands just in front of you, he's got this very long, what looks to be almost the size of a Nadachi, like this silvery katana, but he throws it into his cloak and it just disappears. And then he pulls the cowl back and you see this guy who's well-muscled, bald. The cloak just kind of evaporates everywhere, all of his robe's gone. And he's just wearing sort of casual clothes. He's just got a wife beater, jeans, and some combat boots and such. Of course, he's just kind of tilting his head. And he's looking at the rest of you, and you guys have been talking this whole time. And he's like, "Where did you come from?"
Ivor, trying to figure out why you're all in my dream.
Not a dream, friend. Quite a bit of reality here. And he looks over at Barrick. He's like, "Whatever the hell you're using, keep using it."
I thought he was going to ask for it. Can I have it?
I picked it up off-world.
Is what? All right.
And then Dawnbreaker just comes up to Barrick and slaps him real hard on the shoulder, like pushing him forward, like, "Ha ha! Friend Barrick, well done."
Thanks for distracting it for me.
Oh,
With his
always
face.
my pleasure.
And while this is happening, like, so I don't know what visual damage happened to Barrick from the 80.
You've got like scorch. You got like scorch marks here, scorch marks here. Some of the hair looks like it should be missing, but it's just kind of like clumped. So you've got like a
But,
mat.
I'm imagining like the edge of the skin is like electric blue as it's like knitting back together, sort of.
Yeah, it will start to have a bit of a pulsating nature to it, and you will start to heal
Yeah.
up kind of like that. So as time goes on, it'll probably take you about 10, 20 minutes to get all that out. Because it's just, you're normally, it's like with the nanites and the rest of it, I mean, you're just like, boop, 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 boop. It's just going to be pushing that in.
Just let me know when he needs to start chomping some silverware or something.
So, Riv is going to land like this, next to everybody. Like the hero landing.
Oh, I like it.
We're still in battle, though, right? Because the thing that's under the bus is alive.
Yes, but
So
it doesn't
I'm
seem
going
to...
to start walking towards that.
Yeah. Of course, it looks up to you.
Ivor just go on.
So while you're approaching it, it sees that you guys have completely destroyed the other thing, and it just like sees the approaching Riv, and you can tell that mentally it's having that, nope, fuck this, and you just see it go like that, and it transmogrifies into some other creature and starts to scurry, and then like heads down a drain. Like it literally just abandons the actual battlefield.
Punch the ground.
Yep.
Ivar reaches out to touch Barrick. Just to test this. He just puts a finger on Barrick, and as he realizes Barrick's glitching out, he's like, "You are real!
And so are you.
Not dream.
No.
Allegedly.
What is going on?"
We're on a blood hunt. You can hear the unknown figure talking to answer your question.
You need blood?
No.
No. Just trust me on this one. Just let us handle this. Ivar, this is not a dream. Yes, Barrick's real. We are hunting vampires. Would you like to join us?
You're hunting vampires?
Yes,
Yeah,
That's not hard to do.
right. Apparently, we do it quite well. Or I mean,
Wait,
if you're
hold
not
on for a second.
if you're not busy with your cereal, that is.
Just hold on 1 second here. Hold on here. Hold on. Wait a second here. Hunting vampires. Wait a second. And all of a sudden, you see the cereal bowl just dissolve, and Ivar starts to glow with true faith. He's like, "Okay, I'm ready. Let's go."
At which point, John, who's close, goes, God damn it, we warned me. You do that shit.
Well, you got...
He's no longer in the
Ivar-
armor.
Yeah. Well,
And when Ivar, goes like this, and he throws things up, he just throws his robe off, and he's
No,
freeballing it.
The true faith was better.
of course,
Let's
Richard's
do
just
this.
like scratching his bald head. He's like, well, if we don't scare him away, that will.
He's with us.
Yeah, I figured since he was talking, but wait a second. Were you the one that did that? He's pointing up at the hole in the side of the building.
Did I do that?
He's got issues with reality.
That's no joke. I also sense the fact that you've almost had your last breath twice. Yeah, twice. Not to be offensive or anything, but you're not actually mentally retarded, are you?
No, I'm Ivar.
Good enough.
Enough.
While I was inside the nest, I did find out that there were a few other artifacts untested that were inside. However, it seems to not react to anyone or anything unless they were a part of this particular Zamisi group. Since our new naked friend here is not familiar with what's going on, a mutual friend of ours has sent us on this particular blood hunt to take care of an issue where he's dealing with rivalry from Vlad Dracula. These were some
The
of...
Prince sent us on this.
Yes.
Oh, he's such a nice man. He's very polite to Ivar. Always asks me how I'm doing. If he needs it done, we will make it happen. Who do I need to kill?
Well, we got more to go. This was just one of the nests that I knew about. Now, I'm certain that there's probably more, and they're going to be making some kind of defensive posture sooner or later when they know we're coming. But that's not really the main point. The offensive capability is more what I'm after, and what I saw here today is a problem. It looks to me like these outsiders are now creating alliances to make more trouble. The Zamisi clan doesn't really rely on anybody. They actually prefer strength over allyship. As a result of what I'm seeing here, it would appear that the outsiders have made one hell of a case to join forces. And that's not good for anybody. I'm not even sure that the typical stuff will work. It seems that even though our naked friend here is sort of disgusting, he's a true believer, but that seems to be the way it goes. Sort of a Diogenes vibe.
Disgusting.
Here, look, I have something to write with. And Ivar reaches into his ass,
Yep, his
pulls out a big glob of shit, and he's
Prison
just
wallet.
like drawing shit. This will protect all of you. Watch.
ugh.
And he's starting to draw glyphs and crazy shit that you guys have never seen.
Crazy shit, he says.
You might recognize it as something arcane. But what Ivar is going to attempt to do is almost make like his true faith is in himself, but like a wall of true faith, and see if he can expand it out to protect his peeps.
Well, he could do that, but John would still have to be outside the field. He can't be anywhere near it. You can't change the polarized field to, like, allow him to be inside of that. It would cause him damage.
Ivar is not trying to save John. He's trying to save his peeps.
Clarification?
You talking about his penis?
Sure, that works.
Well, while he's doing that, Dravis is like, oh, God. Okay, like... You said that there's other nests. You assume that they're going to have some kind of defensive posture, you said, right? When they start to know that we're coming. You mean they don't know right now? Even after all this? He's like, no. Most of them weren't even aware that we were here or even that we were going to attack. And the fact that we managed to clean them up so quickly definitely saves me a lot of trouble.
Do you know how close the next nest is?
I have a rough idea. But I'm not going to tell you anything while you're drawing shit with your hand. You mind cleaning up?
Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm good.
Ugh. All right.
Gross.
Point is, we've probably got some interesting stuff inside of this building first. I wasn't able to check everything else out because I was too busy trying to take care of the inside. But I'm hoping that one of you, or some of you, maybe Barrick, has some decent skill with computers. We're going to need to check out some of what's inside of here because this wasn't just some sort of, harebrained bolt hole. This was something for staging some other kinds of attacks, at least. All right. Anybody got computer skill?
I can check in with like Hunter.net or something similar.
Well, I mean that there's systems down below. We'll have to go into the basement where they were maintaining everything.
And John just kind of looks at Dawnbreaker and goes, "Sorry, buddy. You mind, It says, haha, of course, you want her. She's good." And then all of a sudden, like, this gigantic creature just turns into the nerd with the glasses going, "I mean, yeah, I can look at it."
I have not seen you in a while. How are you?
Depending on the
nerd?
skill,
Why does he smell?
You just hear Richard's like, well, I mean, if you look at his hands. Then he goes walking into the building.
And then John just kind of just like says like, just you know it's Ivar. We're just gonna move along, and he's looking back and says, "Fucking clean yourself up."
So everybody piles into the building. We don't hear any sounds of sirens or police or anything.
Sounds like it should have.
Yeah, well, you guys, if I'm remembering correctly, you managed to do this whole fight in the span of somewhere close to 20 seconds. That's how fast that was.
Ew. Considering what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I know that's just.
Oh,
Sure.
that's quicksand.
Thank you, Drew.
Liquid shit.
Yeah. What kind of skill would you need?
It's going to have to be some kind of. So I think it's basic tech. Cause I'm having like superheroes from Palladium trying to go. And it's like you need computer hacking. Like you don't have that. But yeah, it's going to be a form of advanced tech where you're just going to be doing the programming. You know, like any kind of hacking.
Because we have advanced tech, basic tech,
Yep.
programming.
Yeah, programming is going to be a little different. That's for composing programs. Advanced tech is to do the cracking.
All right, I have a 18 in basic tech and a 12 in advanced tech.
Yep.
So
What do we got for
As
the
they-
night?
The nerd's just gonna use arcane.
Oh, that's what I figured. She doesn't really hack. She hackety hacks.
She hacked actually.
Don't talk back.
Well, the nerd uses basically the arcane. It's like it's just an electrical circuit, just a different way of looking at things.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna roll on that? Let's put four arete into that.
That's what you got there, Scott, for the... Oh, that's actually a nice roll.
yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put four arete into it.
All right.
Doesn't say shit.
Barrick's like, move. Nick Burns, your company's computer guy.
All right, so... So you actually connect to this. It's basically a deck that's on the table. Okay, there are several others, but you know which one to go for. When you connect to the deck, of course, this is the part that gets interesting because you've got these trodes that allow you to be able to connect in here. You immediately initiate connection to this deck, and then you feel yourself go from being physical to this kind of like compression and expansion all of a sudden, and you're just standing in this white room, nothing else in it, and there's just a door, and it's got a lock on it.
All right. Crack his digital knuckles.
Yep. When you're inside of the net, what exactly do you prefer to have as your actual icon? This is whatever you decide. It's basically your avatar, for lack of better terminology.
So it will be kind of the idealized version of him. So he's like 45, 50 pounds lighter, crisp suit, mirror shades. Like, he's he hasn't aged past his prime. He hasn't lost the arm, lost the leg,
Right.
lost the other leg.
So the lock itself is composed of 4 tumblers with 10 digits apiece, and they all have a separate point which basically unlocks the last unlocks 5 other tumblers that kind of come together with their own individual coding on it. So you'll kind of run that through. Now you don't have any normal wizardry, or like you don't have any of the. Sorry, I don't remember the actual name of the program. No, it's just there's a name of a program. What the hell's it called? I think
Oh,
it's
the
called,
one that they used in the books.
It's Wizard Books, I think, or Wizard Book or something else like that. But it's a code breaking software that allows you to get through what you need without brute forcing it. But you'll basically do a compositional. This is where your programming comes in. We'll keep your 21 cracking, but you'll basically start working within the net. So roll a programming check.
20 tumblers
Right.
has got to get through, huh? If I heard the
Programming is a
description right.
10.
What's that?
18.
Oh, nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so you basically whip together a temporary program, a minor applet for cracking this out. It's basically a codex or a code book that will allow it to kind of run through and sequentially push these numbers out and through. And you start to work it through. Now, for everybody else, this is going to take several seconds. But for him, it's going to feel like 30, 40 minutes have passed while you're cracking away at this thing. And you finally get these tumblers to push through at the last moment, accounting for certain variables. And what's funny is that whenever the first tumbler goes, it locks into place, the tumbler locks, the mid tumbler will, and then the second one locks the second tumbler, third, fourth, until finally, and then the last one, it becomes a composite where you can actually manually switch the fifth tumbler because there was only 4, and then you can switch it to its appropriate locking mechanism, and the door does come unlocked. Some retro shit going on in here. So the door pushes open, and then you have a sequence of... You have a whole new room at this point. It's a VR. But you come walking inside, and it just basically looks like this kitchen, and stepping into like a house, like you're stepping in from the mud room, basically. There's light shining from outside. Looks like a classic, almost I don't know, like an old style show where there's always sunny outside, never rains, that kind of stuff. And it's a smaller house. When you finally get to the main room, because it goes in a U shape, going like this, you come out of the kitchen into the dining room, turn left into the living room, and go back the way you came in the same direction down a hallway. And there's this study. And inside of here, you can tell this is where all of the primary data files are being kept at the moment.
All right, so
Download that
inventorying.
Yep, you're going to have to go through and start inventorying everything up and see what you can find. It is now 10:03, and I know that there are many people that need to jump off, so we will probably hold her there.
Yeah, well, he's hacking away. Take him a week.
A week of my time. Yeah,
just
so
gonna be-
basically, Ivar or Drew nailed it. He thinks of himself as Agent Smith, probably specifically Agent Smith, because he was, he watched The Matrix.
Yep.
Everyone likes The Matrix.
Dude, The Matrix is fucking amazing.
Well, yeah.
And then he was born in 2010, so he would have been alive when Matrix 4 came out. That would have been like, his dad would have been like, you gotta watch the first 3 first. Well, maybe just the first one.
Bill, when we hang out with Dee, we should watch The Matrix.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's tradition. I can't stop now. It's always going to
Eric
happen.
puts you all in the lobby while he goes into...
Well, Ivar's reappearance was as
Spectacular.
spectacular as usual.
Yep. Well, and there's
How do you even
definitely...
get there?
Well, I'll throw in a little bit of a secret. Puck is doing some work, and he was doing something with Ivar and making sure that certain things went a certain way, and then decided to drop him right in the middle of everybody when he was finished.
We should have, like, when we come back next week, a little side story for Ivar was up to doing our shit.
Yeah, that would be interesting, right?
Well, and just, it's kind of cool is that you can put him in situations that are, like, super batshit crazy, because it's all Ivar, so...
Yeah.
It's the multiverse, the madness of the multiverse or whatever.
Oh yeah, we get our own what if.
Yeah.
Kind of do.
So everybody come with their ideas. What happens to Ivar now?
You know what? That's how we could frame this story. Is like we're all talking half of that, and it's like Riv's like I bet on this. Scott's like I bet on this, and Bill and his characters are like I bet on the.
No, John.
And then I
goes,
was like,
no. and just walks off. All right,
I'm
guys.
actually just curious because adios to all that need to be gone. How long have you guys been going on without me? I'm time does not exist when I'm on summer.
We had maybe
We
one and a
haven't
half sessions without you. That was basically
We
it.
haven't played
Okay.
since July 1st.
Yeah, we did world building
Oh,
of a
okay.
sort and just kind of random streaming on Thursdays and that kind of thing.
Yeah, this
Awesome.
month is
Well-
kind of a lost month.
I want to say that segue.
It's the
Night.
high.
Yep. See you guys later.
Good night, Bill.
My kids start school in 2 weeks.
Gross.
So does my wife.
Not so lucky.
Like,
And Peter
like-
starts school.
yeah,
Yeah, your kids. Wow.
August.
How are your crazy neighbors? Are they having a good time this
They're-
summer?
They've been gone. They've been down in LA.
Oh, that's right.
Are
They
gonna
left
bring
a while
COVID
back.
for everyone.
Yeah, their families all vaccinated down, so they went and have been visiting family in LA. So
Oh.
it's been nice.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, good to see you back, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Are
It's
you,
happy
where
to
are you?
be
Are you
back.
downstairs?
Downstairs.
Like I haven't been.
So
to
I'm
that.
trying out. I'm trying out different spots in the house. So we put the Cat 6 in, and then had to wait for AT&T to come out, and AT&T didn't show up for their appointment, and so I called, and they're like, "We
Unusual.
don't know what happened," and then yeah, their whole system apparently crashed. But they sent a guy out who looks at my system and goes, "This is good." He goes, "Fiber optics will be better." He goes, "But you're not getting fiber optics anytime soon." He goes, "You have the best there is." He goes, "The only problem is we're not hardwired up here for this." I go, "Well, what can we do?" He goes, "I have to rewire it." So he rewired from my house all the way down to the nearest hub station to run Cat 6 wire to give us the maximum capacity with our internet. And it's
Yep.
amazing.
Yep, it would make a big difference, and they do have to do that.
Yeah, but all my neighbors are happy because they can now upgrade their system and get a little better than what they had.
Yeah, well, that's
But,
America's funny, man. We've got the oldest, therefore the most nutty, stupid network infrastructure compared to other countries.
Because we
Yeah.
don't work together, we just kind of do our own thing.
Well, specifically, we just didn't know the best way to do it, and then other countries piggybacked off of the original ideas and did it better. And then we are trying to improve based on what they're doing. So we're behind only because we started it and just didn't know the proper way of handling it all. So the networking has to catch up. So we've got a lot of
Oh yeah.
we got a lot of garbage internetwork that needs to get moved.
Well,
So-
we've also got a lot of miles
Yes,
to cover.
there's that also.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We don't have quite the same density.
Well, it's the general idea that our infrastructure was basically built in between the 20s and the 50s.
Yeah, well, and these,
And
yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, I mean, that's a case in point. We had no insulation here, so I insulated everything to see how the sound is. Because I'm trying to get me an office where I can come play and not wake up the kids. And so this is my first. I'll either be here or eventually go up into my office once that's finished.
Nice. That'll be great.
Very nice.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be really nice. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have the whole crew together. I've been missing these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
so-
too. Bill was. Mhm.
I was just gonna say for next week, I think if you're back, we'll just cancel our one shot and we'll play our regular session for D&D. We'll just leave you guys hanging out at the edge of the universe.
I just want to have Dawn walk in. I mean, it's just like, hey, what's going on? I mean, I love the fact that you just dropped Ivar right in the middle of it. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, well, because I had two options of delivery on that front, but I also knew that he was doing something important on the way out. But I was like, if it wasn't something like that, it was going to be something along the lines of, you came walking out of the building these vamps were actually inhabiting, like he was just some sort of squatter and had no idea.
I like it.
So
It works for
Both of them
Ivar.
work.
yeah,
Okay,
Well.
I'm gonna take
He's a
off.
very versatile character.
yeah,
Have a good
understatement.
night, both of you.
Night, Scott.
You too, Scott.
Well,
Eh,
huh?
I was gonna say it's good to be back. You doing well?
I'm making it. Kind of had a bit of a funk of a last 6 weeks or so. Been trying to get these things pushed out. I keep announcing that I'm going to end up doing some kind of like extraneous stream and the rest of it. Like it's ongoing now, but I keep wanting to stream more and more and more. And I don't know who our faithful viewer is because they're still hanging out. But I want to see exactly how much more I can do because I gotten into like playing retro games and stuff like that. Started rocking out Symphony of the Night on the emulator and such, and so I'm gonna start dingling with like just games and shit. But I've been doing all right. It's just been trying to navigate my work, and then they're pushing for me to get like some kind of certification. And at this point, I'm sitting there going like, okay, let's see here. I'm working overtime. They want me to study plus that, and then I'm supposed to get this cert before the end of the year. Plus, I have to do all these other like documentations that. The hilarious part is that he's like, everybody needs to do 10 KBs by the end of the year. And I don't know how many of us there are, but that would be approximately 70 or 80 new documents. And I'm going like, well, we don't have 70 to 80 new issues to write on. And he's like, well, I've only gotten so many different KBs from people from one person. Nobody else has done it. It's like, there's nothing to write on. We need to improve the ones we have, not write new ones. Like...
in many ways, I think we're all in our work world. We're our own versions of Barrack. What do you need done? What do you need done? Okay, what am I doing? Like, I'm just gonna keep pushing paper.
Yeah, and it's just basically
and
like that.
It's almost a joke where you're like, okay, I'm gonna write about the problem of writing all about these problems.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. I've got 3 to 4 ideas, but it's so rare for me to encounter because the way it's worse for me in my current position because I'm frontline, which means that I deal with all the issues in a certain way, and then after a while it stops. So at 15 minutes I break and go like, okay, we're gonna get to some tier 2, tier 3 guy, and because of that, it literally limits the kind of like new stuff I encounter because I'm either doing stuff that's already written about, and or escalating the stuff that isn't.
Yeah, you're the gatekeeper.
Yeah, and
You're the bouncer of the club. Hey, what can I do for you? Sorry. All right, you can get it.
yeah, it's kind of like that. So gotta figure it all out. But I want to start writing more stories and stuff like that. I need to add chapters to Wade Donovan's stuff, and just watching my dog going around on the bed. But like Wade Donovan's story is going to be awesome, and I like the characters that I've got, and I want to kind of keep pushing it because I think it's a good way to follow this crew as it goes along, and just basically it's called Aftermath for a reason. He just keeps finding all your guys' messes, tries to sort this shit out, and gets into some trouble. So it all makes sense to me.
Well, I've been looking forward to read more of those. So
yeah, well, and I want to push it
on
out.
my way because definitely when you get a chance, like I said, I'll look over them because it's been weird. The last month I've had no TV, no internet. My cell phone died, so there was no way for anyone to call me.
Wow.
And I wake up at 5 a.m. and I'm up till about midnight, 1 o'clock, and it's like, what do I do with my time? So a lot of construction, and then did a lot of reading. And I'm like, the whole time I'm going, I just want internet. I want to read some fun stuff in the world of Shadows.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing too is I got to start pushing more articles out there on World Anvil, and start sort of advertising that a little bit more so that I can get these articles out because I've got some writing in there, but not nearly as much as I'd like at this stage.
Have you ever thought of sending it to any of the magazines or anything?
How do you
like
mean?
a publishing company or anything? Well, there's different. There's God, I can't think of the name of it, but there's different publishing houses publish short stories and things of that nature and put them in, magazines and stuff, or something, even online forums that are more, I think would get your stories out there. You write really well and have a good sense of creativity in your writing, with a good story arc as well.
Well, I trust what you're saying on that front. I'd be wary of anyone else. Well, I'd be wary of most people, I should say. I'd be wary of most people because, I basically tell anybody, I'm just sort of like, if you're going to read this, just give me both barrels so that I know what's wrong. Because I just, it's hard for me to imagine, like, it's because of the kind of writer that I've been, and it takes a long time. If you're going to be a writer, you have to, I don't know, you age like wine if you're going to be a writer. Because the older you get, the more you get in there, your writing improves dramatically as you grow older. It's like one of the few things that gets better.
And then you have to discover your type of wine.
Yeah.
Are you a Pinot, a Merlot, whatever it is, but in your own writing style and voice, and build on that. It's the interesting thing about creative writing is you have to know, one, how to write in the structured form, but also how to actually develop a plot and an idea. And yours just weaves so nice and leaves so many cliffhangers and foreshadows and ideas of like, dude, what the fuck's going on here? And then you build on that.
Yeah.
It makes for fun. That's what I'm saying. Like if you put together a small short story, there are publications out there. You send them in and see what you get.
If you think of any off the top of your head, I'd love to know. Because like I said,
give me some time to think about it, and I may even ask around some of the writing circles I know and see what's out there. Like I know years ago, and this is probably when I was in grad school, college or grad school. I wrote a play and had it published, and then wrote some other things that got published that were just me dicking around. Like so, one of them. I don't even know if you can find it on the internet anymore. I should go look for it one of these days. If I find it, I'll send it your way. It's called UC Berserkly. It's a whole story about a college where everybody is paranoid. And what was the other thing I had? They're all basically druggies who have no what the fuck's going. It's Ivars running around at a college campus. In a sense.
Oh, what the hell was that movie called with Benicio del Toro and what is it? Damn it! What the hell's his name? It's Benicio del Toro and damn it, he played Captain Jack Sparrow. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember it.
Oh, Johnny Depp?
Yeah, them twos. And they were playing drug addicts that were just going around everywhere, and it was just this crazy ass trip the whole time. All I can remember from that movie, I couldn't finish it because I had a hard time like getting into the whole.
That's not Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
No, I don't think so.
Let me see here.
All I can remember is this one line was just like, "Oh God, did you eat all this acid?" Like, they're like hotel rooms flooded with water.
Oh, what movie is that?
Is it starting to come to you?
I'm on Internet Movie Database.
Oh, okay.
It was an early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah.
It was before he gets into all of his like, what I'm going to call fun like kid movies. Not Happily Ever After. No, that wasn't it. It was Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Was it? Oh, you know what? That does sound familiar now because it's a bendy drug addict type movie.
Or was it Blow? I think it was Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
It does sound like that. I mean, I discounted it at first, but it does sound like that because it sounded like a weird ass name. Does it have a guy with like a fishing hat and big owl fucking sunglasses? It's like the cover.
No. That might be. Let's see what I get if I go to Blow. The Rum Diary. Yeah, he did a whole series of movies. Blow was such a good movie.
Isn't that with Pee Wee Herman in there? I remember Blow having somebody in it that was sort of surprising, and I thought it was Pee Wee Herman for some reason.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman was the hairdresser.
Yeah.
He was the gay hairdresser that was getting him into all the parties.
Yeah.
Paul Rubin.
Yeah.
It wasn't Donnie Brasco. That was a fucked up movie. It wasn't Mulholland Drive.
Mm-mm.
That was also a good movie. God, you look at movies from about the late 90s, early 2000s, there were a lot of great drug movies.
Oh, it was Benicio. Yeah, Benicio del Toro. Okay.
Oh, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes! That's it!
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Here it is. I knew it was some weird title like that. That's why I got sidetracked by the Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yeah, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Yep, that's the one.
That movie was great. An oddball journalist and a psychopath lawyer travel to Vegas for a psychedelic escapades.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Tobey Maguire was in it.
That doesn't surprise me. I don't really remember it that well. I just, like I said, I just remember certain parts. And it's so funny because after actually watching that movie, I realized that there was this group called Velvet Acid Christ that used that particular line, which is like, "Oh God, did you eat all this acid?" That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie. God, I've been waiting for some good stuff, but who knows? Well, I think I'm gonna head off and go to bed. I gotta get up at 4 tomorrow and make the drive up to the mountains and deliver a what do you call it? A generator to my great aunt.
Oh well.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well.
Poor things. Nope. She hasn't had power in over a week.
Oh Jesus. Yeah,
She's
that
like,
needs to happen.
She's 87 and she's like, "I'm doing okay." Well, how are you? She goes, "Well, I got buckets of water in my bathtub." "Why do you have buckets of water in your bathtub?" "Well, my water doesn't work." "Why doesn't your water work?" "Because the pump doesn't work. We don't have electricity." "Why don't you have electricity?" "I don't know. I looked it up and one of the fires wiped out PG&E's lines and they can't get power to her town." It's like, I'll bring you a generator.
Good Christ.
I'm gonna make a 6-hour drive. I'll be damn near at the Oregon border.
I mean, I'll give you the Addy if you ever wind up in Silverton. My place is thrashed, though.
How close are you to the California border?
Oh, I'm not that close. I think I'm probably 4 or 5 hours from it.
Nah, you're still probably closer to her place than I am. She's 3 hours. She's 3 hours outside of Reno.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, way up 395.
Yeah, that puts her away from me, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's way out there. So, all right, D. Good to see you, man. You take care, and I'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Take care of yourself.
Ciao. That's the plan.
To our viewer, thank you so much